Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Good. Today we're gonna be doing a video, which you probably already know what it's about because of the title. We are gonna be doing an all about me video today. First, let's start out. My full name is Tatiana Elizabeth Arain. I'm Mexican, 100% as far as I know, but it would only make sense because both of my parents were born in Mexico, so odds are I'm full Mexican. Unless I'm adopted or something. With my name being Tatiana, I grew up playing a lot of sport. Well, it was the same sport, soccer, and volleyball here and there. But I grew up pretty athletic. People always having to call my name in the middle of a game. And just think about it. If you have like 0.2 seconds to tell the person you're about to pass to them, you don't want to scream, Tatiana, because it's kind of long. So as a small child, my name was reduced from Tatiana to Tot. My most common nickname is Tot, but then there's Lil Tot, Tater Tot, Tater, Tots, Toots, which we all know. Just kidding, that's not why. Well, I don't think that's why, but there's Toodles. Shout out to my Uncle Zeus. He's the originator of that one. Then there's please young children under the age of 18, cover your ears for this one. There's Tit. And I don't know why people started calling me that, but I'm guessing it's just humorous and embarrassing to call me that, because yeah. But then, on the more ratchet ghetto side of things, there's Tatiana and Thot. One of the more popular rap artists said something in their song about Tatiana and thotties and thots. So then people were like, what? Did he just say Tatiana? No, he said Tatiana, but we're gonna go ahead and call you Tatiana and Thot anyway because it sounds just like Tot and Tatiana. Number 7, because that was my number. That's always been my number. If you know me personally, you know 7 is my number. But so when these, like, you know, when they would talk to this certain parent about me or whatever, I was always referenced as number 7, number 7, number 7. So that one's kind of cool just because I love that number. It's my lucky number, it's my jersey number. I just love that number. Obviously, if you went to high school with me, you know where I'm from. But for those of you who I go to college with, or for, you know, if you don't know me personally at all, from Beloit, Wisconsin. Technically, I was born in Janesville Mercy Hospital, but best day of my parents' life. I know that for a fact. So I grew up in Beloit, Wisconsin. If you see Wisconsin here, I think this is gonna be right for you guys, because to me, the Wisconsin is shaped like this. But to you guys, it's like this. So then down here is Illinois. Beloit is literally right there. And then there's, you cross, it's a street called Sherlin. You cross that and now you're in South Beloit, but you're also in Illinois. So technically, if you stand right in the middle of that road and put one foot on this side of the yellow line and one foot on this side of the yellow line, you're in 2 states at once. Yeah, I've been here my whole life. I think my parents lived in an apartment for the first couple months of my life, but then after that, I've been living in the same house all my life, and then obviously I went off to college a couple years ago, but I still come back here for breaks, winter break, which is a month long, and then summer break, which is like 3 months-ish, a little bit longer than that. What I call home. I love Beloit. I don't care what people say. I know it's got a bad rep. I know it's known for being ghetto and gang violence and crime. I don't know. I turned out fine. I mean, if anything, it roughed me up a little bit just so that I'm not stupid. And I know when people are trying to, you know, mess with me, it ain't gonna happen. I'm not about that. I'll let you know real quick, you know, can make things real interesting real fast. But like I said, I'm not stupid either. I definitely had my immature ages. Well, I wouldn't really say immature. It was just like high intensity years of my life, which was throughout high school. So I had my moments, but again, like I said before, I'm not just gonna let somebody come up to me all reckless. So, and still to this day, honestly, I mean, people that I associate with myself now, I I don't really have issues like that anymore. But, you know, I never forgot that little feisty, if you will, part of me. So other than that, I mean, Beloit, I think, is a great place. I went to Beloit Memorial High School, so it's kind of where I started to find myself a little bit more. And then the teachers there, you know, really great. There's a few rotten apples. I'm not gonna call them out, but most of the time, I mean, those teachers, they're not there for the pay. They're not there for praise. They're there because they care about children. And obviously, you know, Beloit is a city where poverty, well, I don't know if it's still increasing, but for a while, I mean, it was a pretty big thing. We were one of the few schools in the area that got free lunch. So everybody in the whole district got their lunch paid for every day. So, and that's because of the poverty rates. On the topic of poverty, personally, well, I know we were never homeless. We were always, you know, we always had food on the table. Did things get hard financially at points? My parents, they weren't ever the kind to worry their children if there were issues going on. You know, shout out to them for never really letting us know or never letting us worry about things that we shouldn't be worrying about as children. All in all, I was never homeless. We always, like I said, we always had food on the table. We were very fortunate growing up in just all aspects, really. But we definitely were not rich. We were taught to save our money. If we wanted a toy, you know, here and there, yeah, my parents would be like, you know what, you deserve this. Go ahead, grab it. For the most part, if I wanted something, if I wanted a new pair of shoes, if I wanted a new pair of pants, I don't know, an iPod, I knew that I had to save up my money. Once I saved up enough money, then I would go and buy it myself, and that's kind of how we were taught, you know, money doesn't grow on trees. We didn't actually have to work for it, per se, because, I mean, we were kids, so we couldn't. As soon as we were of age to work, I mean, we were part-time working, full-time students, and athletes, so yeah, we were pushed to get our shit together, pretty much. I mean, but anyway, my point in bringing up poverty is that I feel that because I know that I am from an area that is not known for being wealthy, I realize the importance of higher education past high school. Now, yes, you can get a job with a high school diploma, and I know a lot of people, my parents included, who only have a high school diploma and they've done fairly well for themselves. But higher education, as in college, you know, whether it be a technical college, a community college, university, private college, as long as you're doing something for yourself to better your future and to have it more for stability, honestly. I just, knowing that I came from somewhere where poverty is a problem, I knew that in order to get out of this type of environment and maybe inspire others who are watching me achieve the same thing and get out of this type of situation, college is, I mean, it's right there. You know, you just gotta grab it. The opportunity's there. It always has been. You just gotta push yourself to get there. And that's what I've done my whole life. I've always been a hardworking student, and I'm not bragging by any means, but I know I deserve the grades that I got because I pushed myself, and nobody had to tell me to do that. I knew that college was a necessity in my life, and I just needed to do it, and now I'm doing it, and I'm almost done. I have about 1.5 years left, and I'm really excited to go on to, you know, the next chapter of my life. So yeah, poverty in my eyes kind of opened up a lot more doors to kind of really appreciate what life is going to be like after I graduate. It made me appreciate having all of those opportunities and really just taking them because I want to better myself. I want to lead, and I want to set an example for, like I said, those who are watching me. So going back to growing up in Beloit, I went to Converse Elementary, so shout out to all of those Converse Cougars teachers, specifically Miss Brass, Miss Mann, Miss Murray, Mr. V, the principal, Mr. Lyman, who unfortunately passed away. He was the best principal. He cared about us so much. Miss Kennedy and Miss Morris, you know, you guys were all just, you guys were the foundation of my education, and you guys, you know, it was a good place to start. Thank you. You impacted my life more than you probably know. So I went to McNeil Middle School, West Side. Middle school is always a hard transition. I mean, those are the years where your body's going through things and you're just all over the place. Those are really mean. That was the one thing I remember from middle school, is I tried to stay away from as many people like that because girls are mean, whatever. I had some really, really good teachers there too. Miss Swanger, Miss Martin, there was Miss Clark, Miss Herford, Miss Hankey, Mr. Norrell. And you always kept it interesting in history class, which was always my worst subject. I hated it. It was boring, but I loved coming to your class because you always had something interesting and fun for us to do. So, Mr. Bosco, awesome principal. No complaints there, and your kids are awesome too. I also want to mention a substitute teacher that I had there. Coolest guy. Just, you know, just always, he reminded me of a big teddy bear because he's so tall and I'm only 4'11", so another fact about me. Yeah, he was just so cool, and I keep saying was because he has recently passed away, so it just, you know, when you hear stuff like that, it's just your brain travels to all the good memories. And he was a good substitute teacher. Usually subs get, you know, tossed around, and especially at my schools, I mean, people were not nice to subs, and but he always had everyone respect, so he was a good guy. Again, at Beloit Memorial, some of my favorite teachers were can't forget about Mr. Bouch. Now, that guy, coolest guy. He gave me a nickname that is no longer used because nobody knows about that one. He taught health, and so I was in his class, and I was #boss. Yes, he called me boss. I was the leader of the boss squad because after, you know, a couple months, he started realizing other people were just as cool as me. No, but I was the squad leader. I was the boss. So that guy, shout out to you, Mr. Bouch, if you're watching this. Whoop, Boss Club. So as a child going through elementary school and early middle school, I went to a wonderful place called the Boys and Girls Club. The staff was so fun, and it was a good place to be because it kept kids off the street. And I think that's where things started going wrong in people's lives, and that's how they kind of steered the wrong way, went on the wrong path. But the staff at Boys and Girls Club, I mean, they were always so involved in our life, always talking to us. So shout out to David Wilson, Janae Banks it was, but now she's married to David. So Edith, my cousin, and just, I mean, there was Mr. Jamerson, Lindsay, you know, all of you guys, Mr. Lee, the B, Mr. Brandon, who has also passed away. He was so cool, always brought in the best movies for us to watch as a group. I was really, really heartbroken when he passed away. It's kind of sad how many people really influenced my life that are no longer with us. And I wish that, you know, I could tell them, hey, thank you for everything you did, because part of me is because of you. You know, part of what I've become now is because of what you did for me and your presence in my life. So just gotta be good to people, because you really don't. You never know. You never know when the last time when you're gonna see them for the last time. And I just recently lost my aunt as well. That was pretty rough because that's my mom's sister, and It was during finals week. Actually, it was on Tuesday, finals week. I just finished a test, and yeah, I don't really feel like talking about that right now. But point is, be good to people. That is one thing I've learned throughout my whole entire life. Be your best at all times, and you know what? If you see somebody who needs a pick-me-up, be that person. Just smile at them even, or I don't know, tell them you like their shoes even if you don't. Like, just be nice and just enjoy people while they're here, because you really, really don't know when the last time you're gonna see them is. So fast forward to college. I am enrolled at UW Platteville. Originally went into engineering, but turns out I'm not as big of a genius as I thought. I could have done it, I could have finished the program, but I just wasn't feeling it. Especially the math part is just not what I was about. So I started doing some research, talking to advisors, talking to professors, and my classmates and stuff, and they said that I would be a good fit for the construction management building construction management. So I enrolled, switched majors, and I freaking love it. It's the coolest program ever. I haven't gone too deep into it yet, but I know that I'm gonna love it because I've also been doing an internship. So my first internship was last summer, and I'm with the company JP Cullen. Great company. They treat me just like a full-time employee, not an internship where you're like, I want some coffee. You're an intern, go get it. It's not like that. I'm interacting with the crews. I'm seeing these projects being built from the ground up. I'm in meetings. I'm talking to people all the time, networking, It's just I love it. I love every part about it. And so, yes, brings me to the point of me in construction. Why? I've always considered myself a little bit of a tomboy, but as I got older, I started getting into fashion and beauty and self-care and all of that stuff. So to some people, I may seem like a girly girl, but that just really depends on at what point in my life they met me at. So I still definitely have my tomboy side. Like I said, I'm still playing soccer. I've been playing all my life. I still work out, all the time. And 9 times out of 10, when you see me, I'm not gonna be wearing any makeup. Ugh, excuse me, see, like that. My dad hates when I burp, but I still do it because if I gotta burp, I don't want to just no, it's like, rah. Okay, I just had a cough attack, I'm sorry. I guess being in construction doesn't mean that you, for one, are male. The majority, yes, they're male. But it doesn't mean that you have to be in that type of industry. I'm very happy, and yeah, I do. I like makeup. I like to feel pretty and, stuff like that. I'm good at a lot of things that you wouldn't expect someone working in construction to be good at, but I think that's part of the reason why I love it so much is because I'm not the typical, I don't fit any type of stereotype. That's something that I figured that part out in high school. Is like, I don't have to belong to just like tomboy or girly girl or whatever. You can be a little bit of everything, and I think that's what makes me feel good, because there's nobody out there that is just like me. Yeah, I love construction. I love the process of seeing a big, huge hole in the ground, and then boom, huge skyscraper. It's amazing. A lot of those topics went way deeper than I thought they were going to get, or that I intended to. But I think, I guess with that type of conversation, you guys can see a lot more about what I'm like, or what I think like, or just kind of what goes on in my life, what goes on in the background. Everything that's happened in my past has shaped who I am today, and I have big goals in the future. I've been dating Jesus Luna, an amazing guy. He's my best friend. I've been dating him since I was 13 years old. Part of that was all behind my parents' back, and that is a whole nother video that I will probably share at some later point. But, you know, it's been an interesting ride, but he's my best friend, and I wouldn't want to spend the rest of my life with anybody else. So yes, I do plan on marrying him someday. I plan on having a family, and I know I'm already on my path for my own career, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for life. Looks like that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and please like this video, share it, especially for the people that I mentioned in the video. You know, I want them to be able to see, you know, just that what they're doing is just amazing. And yeah, thanks for watching, and let me know if you guys want to see more of these videos. It's important that, you know, if this is going to be something that I do and continue doing throughout my life, I want you guys to be able to understand who I am, because that's how I can connect with everybody around me. And so in order to influence people's lives, I gotta be real. All right, that's it, people. Thank you for watching. Bye.